Hello everyone, welcome to Cornflower Crafts. My nickname is Corn and I'm here today to show you that I received in the mail a card from Judy, and her channel name is My Scrapbook Loft, and I will list that down in my description box below. And I went ahead and I took my letter opener. Look at my red I got on, y'all. Not just for the holidays, but red is Judy's favorite color. She does love red. She is one, whenever I see red, I think of her. And this is a card, and I'm pretty sure she created it herself. Let's see. I just, like I said, the letter opener, and that's all I did. Oh, wow. Look at that. Look at this. Ooh. Oh, my word. How gorgeous. I'm hoping that the light, let me do like so, is doing it justice. Tons of glitter. And then this looks like, I've drawn a blank. Tim Holtz puts it out, and it makes everything nice and shiny. Look at the joy. Look at the die cut here, and she's stamped joy, and she's gone around it in distress ink. And this frame is either a die cut. I think it's a die cut, y'all. Oh my word, isn't that gorgeous? I need to tell you all that for several years, Judy would say, I'm not a card maker. And I kept thinking to myself, you know, Judy can, creativity-wise, she could do anything, you know. She's extremely creative. And if you've ever seen her scrapbooks, you would just be taken aback. I mean, she is so talented, so clever. And she used to have these fantastic lives that we would go to, and she'd teach us. That's one thing, she definitely shares her information. I tell you, she shares what she knows out with everybody. But she decided not too long ago to take some time off. She still does videos, but lately, or she wanted to take time off to be with her husband, which I thought was pretty cool. And she shows, he's in some of her videos as well. He loves horses. And he is great on the harmonica, and he sings, and very talented man. A talented family, it sounds like. But anyway, the more that Judy, for the past, I don't know how many months, this year especially, she started making cards, and I kept thinking over and over, oh baby, you're definitely a card maker. And this is evidence of it, isn't it? But lately, her videos, if you love little tiny puppies, if little puppies make you weak in the knees because you think they're so stinking cute, you just want to pick them up and kiss them. Well, she's a fur mama, or she's a mama to a fur baby. That's how I should say. She's not a fur mama. She's a mama to a fur baby. That's how it goes. And his name is Barney Fife. He is precious, and if you've got some time, now those videos are quite short, but I showed one of them, it had to do with an ornament on the Christmas tree, and little Barney, and I showed one of them to Handsome, and Handsome was smiling the whole time, and Handsome said, I think somebody's going to be spoiled. I said, gonna be? He's already spoiled with love. He does he's so cute. I'm going to read this off of, let me see, did she sign it? Yes, she stamped it. Oh, wow. Oh, that is so cool. Inspired by life, created by hand. That is so cool. So it looks like she stamped it with the same ink that she went around. Oh, how cool is that? That is so cool. Oh. Wishing Handsome and I a Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year's. But am I right? Is she a card maker now? I know. I know. How gorgeous is that? While I've got you here, first off, though, I wanted y'all to see how wonderful she is. Y'all, it's driving me cuckoo what this is. Do I have it close by? I don't think so. I haven't used mine in years. It's it makes everything shiny like this. Oh, it is. Y'all, do y'all do this? I've done it recently, and then as soon as the video's off, I blurt out whatever it was I was trying to say. Like the last one I did when I did the die cutting video. As soon as the video was over, I just sat and went, Barnes & Noble, which is where Handsome got the bookshop that Handsome got the magazine from, the crafting magazine, die cutting magazine. I'm going to pull this back so y'all can see I've got to have that red bracelet out for Judy. So I'm going to lay this. Let me move stuff around a little bit. The desk is better, but it's not 100% better yet. But isn't that gorgeous? And I wish you could feel it with all of this texture. And she has her die cut is up on foam tape. And so is her, I think that might, it's either, I think that might be a sticker, you all, that she has put lots of stickles on. But she knows I love my pink roses. I love them so much. Isn't that gorgeous? I will think of this as soon as the video is over. But lately what I've been doing is I have a table set up at all times down in our basement. And it's my workbench, really. That's where I do stuff for home decor and stuff like that around the house. Or if I need to strip window panes, you know, that kind of thing, it's done down the basement on this large workbench. But lately I've been like, well, I'm not, if I bend over this workbench for hours, my back's like, I don't like you too much, you old woman. Anywho, so, but what I've been doing is I have a little setup down there where either coffee dye paper, and I made another batch of my avocado dye. And I think I told you all, this was years ago that I did, I don't know how many years ago that I did my first batch of avocado. And I had dried them in the oven because I saw it, you know, on YouTube, and quite a few people were doing that. And I didn't like the result, to be honest. I liked some of them, but a lot of them I donated because I was like, I don't like this. Maybe somebody else will, but I don't like it. But I've come up with a different, you know, by air drying them. And they air dry beautifully in the basement. Our basement stays around 62 at all times, which is pretty cool, isn't it? So anyway, first I've got, with the coffee dyeing, some envelopes, and I have those plastic placemats, and some of them are left whole. And then I sat down in front of the TV, put something on, and just sat there and fussy cut all these little designs, or all these little sections, and ended up putting them, you know, on things like this, on envelopes and things like this. The key to that is once you dip them in the coffee is to, and then you put them on your surface. I have, what's over top that table is a plastic, just plastic tablecloth. And it's pretty smooth though. I mean, there's no texture or anything to that one. And what I learned though, I can tell y'all this, my hint to y'all is, what I learned is sometimes, because when you fussy cut these small sections out of the placemats, they're not very heavy. So sometimes it works like this did, and sometimes it doesn't. Sometimes it's like, uh-oh, you got nothing. You still have your coffee dye, but that's about it. And so, like this one, this is one of them. you can see that I did have something there, but it didn't take, you know. And, but then we have this one. And this is on the front of this one. And the key to that is once you dip it in the coffee and it's wet and you put it on your surface and you put face down the placemat, you know what I mean? Because there's one side that's textured and one side is smooth. And you put it face down. And then some people have, where is mine? Here's my spray bottle. Oh, mercy. It used to always be in one spot, y'all. Well, oh, here it is. Okay. A spray bottle like this, you can get at Dollar Tree. And they would load that up with their coffee or whatever solution that they're dyeing their paper with. And once the pieces are down, then they just... I had a paintbrush. And so I was just dipping my paintbrush in the coffee and I kept putting it through that section of the placemat. What I found interesting is this came out nice and dark, and look how light that one came out. I'm not going to go through all of them with you because you might be like, oh, boring. There's 3 of them together. There's another one. So, you know, they came out pretty good. Paper-wise, there's my envelopes. I tried doing some different things, you know. Some of them came out better than others. I'm going to do it quickly. This is from an address book. Some of it's darker than others. See, what I found interesting, this is the dark side, but look at that thing. So, which I think is fun, especially if it's going in journals. Are you all like me? You like these little spots and stuff where the coffee pools? Oh, okay. Like I said, if you've got a bunch of stuff on the table and you have not cut up your placemats, I have several that are left whole. Sometimes a section just, you know what I mean? If you're putting it down on two pieces of paper, sometimes it gets on another one. And look, I like it though. I think it came out great. I like that. This one, there's some on the side. And that's only because I opened it up. Now this one didn't take too well. You can see, you know, this is the design, but this is from a guest book. And these are just, oh, that's another thing. What I do is, once they look like they're getting, if I'm still working on it, because it takes me a while. And once they look like they're getting a little bit dry, I will take a brush, dip it in the coffee, and just splat. So you can see it went here, 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 here. That's fun, I think. Oh, look how dark this one got. This one came out nice. And it's this dark because I kept putting the coffee. I did that twice to get that effect. These, like the coffee pooled right in the middle. And these, as you might remember, these are from when Hobby Lobby puts their planner things, because I don't do planners. But when they put their planner papers and stuff on sale, I cut off whatever you know what I mean, whatever section goes in the planner itself, and just use them for journals. You see, look at the back. Isn't that fun? Now this one, I'm going to see, let's see if we can do it right now. This one, the coffee, because I kept putting it on and on. I love this effect, by the way. But the coffee has a little, oh, I didn't open that one yet. I've got one over here open. Hold on. Where'd I put it? Here we go. I gotta dig for it. Okay, this is just a little sandpaper. And if you don't have something like this, I also do these. Do y'all do these? I just get out my emery boards and use those. But yeah, you can, where it's kind of rough, because I don't want it rough, you know. You can kind of, yeah, that sands off. You can get it smooth with a little bit of sandpaper or with an emery board, y'all. But anyway, Nice and grungy, isn't it? And look, it came through, which is kind of cool. So stuff like that. And this one, I just, when it was, you know, cooling off, I just said, I'm going to splatter. Just keep, you know, sometimes I've got my hands in gloves because it will stain you. And I just take it like this, dip my fingers in and just let it drip, let it drip, let it drip. Do y'all do that if you all do this kind of stuff? All right, then I'll try to be quicker. Can we still see Judy's card? Okay. And then with the, I also did a bunch of papers. I can show you one or two of them, how they came out with the coffee, you know, something like this. This is the one that has the whole of the, you know, the whole placemat on it. And instead of a regular paintbrush, like, well, it's a small paintbrush, but it's still a paintbrush, I used the sponge, larger, about this wide sponge brushes, and went over this one again and again. And then look how that one came out. I know that Ketamia was tickled. She received her Christmas journal that she won from my giveaway. And when she saw, and they were a lot lighter than this, when she saw the design, she was like, ooh, I like that. So on to the avocado. I did the same thing that I did in my videos years ago. I don't think, oh, I have so many avocado pits and so many avocado shells, I'll do it now. I just, if I'm in the mood and I don't mind taking everything down to the basement and getting it, you know, well, of course, I do the boiling and all that stuff on the stove upstairs, but then everything else has to be taken down the basement. And this time, like I said, I like it 100% more air dried, and I like it that I made it lighter. And this time, because of Natasha from Treasure Books, she put a little bit of, well, she put more than I did. She put quite a bit of baking soda in it. And she said it intensifies the color. And what I did was just put a little, just a little bit. That's all I wanted. And so I did things like this. These are the receipts at Dollar Tree that we can get, because I'm into pastels. And this reminds me more, this shade of pink reminds me more of Victorian pink, personally. And do y'all get a kick out of when everything pools, but it doesn't pool in one spot? I don't mind that at all. I used to be like, oh man, what happened? But now I'm like, no, that's good. Then I had some envelopes like this that I thought might be fun to stick in the avocado die. And that's how that came out, this one. I love it that, as you see, it has a tendency to pool where you would normally use Distress ink, you know? How cool is that? I don't know if any of these, I did another one like this now. And I like it too when there's wrinkles in the envelope and it gives you that design. I love it when that happens. I also, for fun, I just grabbed one of my CD holders, and that's how that came in. I thought that was pretty cool. And I think these are from Hobby Lobby in the wedding section. I got them like 90% off. And I think this is Save the Date, and this is normally a bright white. And that's how those turned out. I did several of those. Then this paper here, this is from a book I got in the fine arts section in Hobby Lobby on clearance. Oh boy, that was maybe 4 years ago, 5 years ago. It has the most wonderful texture ever. And to be honest, I've been hoarding it, but I told myself, stop it. So I did. Then in the guest, that's how it comes out in the guest book. Look, look, look. Instead of being, oh no, I'm like, yes, I like it. Let's see. I also have just some of the little teeny tiny envelopes. I love doing these, especially on a small journal or any journal. As a little flip out, they're fun, or a flip up, you know. These envelopes I got, I didn't make them. Remember, I can make them, but I didn't. Tuesday morning, so that was for me 6 years ago. Oh boy. Let me see, I'll try to get you some of the paper, how that came out. This came out interesting. I used it all, and it took me 3 days to do it. I would cover the whole workbench, and then take everything up the next day, cover it again. And the only reason these are as flat as they are, but you can see they're not flat, but as flat as they are, is because once they came upstairs, then they came up on the second floor for me to put heavy paper and books on. So that's the only reason. I want to still be able to see Judy's if I put it there. Okay, and we can still see the paper. Okay, so this got one of the plastic placemats, but placed differently. Do you know what I mean? I was trying to put it over too, and that's what happened there. This is what happened when these are two of the ones that I cut out of the placemat. Same thing here. And see what's fun, the reason I do that is because in a journal, see, you'll have this here and this here. Same thing here. You'll have this on this side, and then this at the top. That's, I think, the other side of that one. But look at this one. Evidently, these two, when I put that brush, this was the foam brush again. When I put that on, it's like, well, I'm just going to dye it very dark. But if this is a page, this is what you're looking at. See, because it was so dark, it went through. And then we go like this. And I've got tons of these because I love pastels. And so, to me, this is so yummy. This is the color I was looking for. Natasha ended up going pretty dark on some of hers. Maybe more like this. Even darker. Some of hers almost looked red. But I'm a pastel girl. So all of these are these nice pastel ones. Then here's me with another one. The whole of the placemat on it. And you can just see, hopefully you can, just a light little design around it. This one's darker. And now we're back to these guys hardly getting any color. This paper is the one I shared. I got this from Walmart. It's not a bright white because it's made out of, it's very planet friendly. And it's made out of wood chips that were thrown away. And they don't, they want to recycle them. So this is how they came up. But I like, and this one looks almost white, but it's not. This is printer paper that I got that on Amazon. It is not your normal, like my other stuff, your normal 20 pound. It's like 32 pounds. And so, and it is bright white. So on this side, you see, it's just the faintest pink, which I love, by the way. And then this, there was a few little sections where it pooled, which I like that. And check out this one. This is that same 32 pound. Look, it just, that looks like I took the brush and went like that to it, which is very possible. And then look at this side. I love this side. So it would end up being like, like so. If it was a page. See, it varies. The colors are just varying. Just depends on how much I threw on there. Like I said, I'll take out my brush and all of that. Oh, like this is fun too. I noticed some of the papers, when I would put them in the solution in the, you know, you put them in the on that cookie pan, and to bake them. I didn't bake any of them though. I don't know if it's showing up. And I noticed they were getting splotchy in there, and I was like, oh, that's going to be cool. And look, it pulls in certain sections. If it's not touching that tablecloth on the bottom, look at that. It'll pull and do some really cool things, I think. And this, oh, I just love this. Look at that. I hope it's showing up. Let me see. I hope that is showing up. It might not be, but it's just, it almost looks like bubbles. And yes, you know, a lot of times when you're dyeing paper, you get bubbles, but this wasn't. This was on the bottom. And I think that's, otherwise you'll, these got a little bit darker. Look at that. And these are, now these are the bubbles, because this is the back of that one. Yeah, which I think is gorgeous. Look at that. Isn't that pretty? To make a pretty page. Yum, yum. So I'm super, super happy now that I've learned, for me personally, not to put to keep it light, add more water, because, you know, you have to boil them. I think I boiled the seeds, and I had cleaned the seeds super well. And I cleaned the skins super, super well, and then put them in the freezer until I thought I had enough, or I was in the mood, to be honest, to do it. And yeah, that's what I've been working on, and I'm pretty happy with how things are looking. And so whenever I do my next journal project, I'm not sure if I'm going to do something different in the meantime. But as you all know, when it comes to the holidays, a lot of crafting. We do tons of crafting before, and then so many other things we have to do, you know. like Judy making this beautiful card, and I'm really, really happy that she sent me this. It is absolutely gorgeous. Just lovely. Oh, y'all, it's on the tip of my tongue. Oh, well. And like I said, if you have time to go by and look at short videos about Mr. Barney Fife, you will love him, and you will want to pick him up and kiss him. And since we can't do that, I almost always ask Judy, please give him a pet on the head for me, on his little back somewhere. Just pet him for me, please. He's darling. I want to thank you all so much for joining me today. And I hope you have a wonderful morning, afternoon, or evening. Bye-bye, everybody. Take good care. Thank you, Judy.